Welcome back to Lee Score Studios. We're now that time of year where folks are looking out for what to do when spring about to leave us, and farmers markets is a big part of that. And today we're happy to have Tabitha McLaughlin from the Farmers Market in Port Moody and Coquitlam. I know you're friends with the folks in Poco, but it's not quite the same group, but the same idea.
Absolutely.
So we have one here in Poco. I like it. You can taste some wine, you can see some art, and kind of meet local growers and producers. But why do you think farmers markets are so important, and why should people check it out?
Well, I think farmers markets, first and foremost, are really important because they're about pulling community together. The folks that are coming and selling their products at those markets are probably people that live in the community where that market's from. So shopping there is a great way to support your local economy. When you spend $1 in the community and that dollar is respent in the community, it helps build resilient communities, which just helps support our economy overall. At markets, all the food is phenomenally fresh. You find different kinds of product there than you could in a general grocery store. And then the produce that comes, of course, it's picked usually that day. It's picked at the peak of its freshness. The flavor is always better. And you often see people coming and meeting their neighbors there. They bring their kids there, their dogs there. Everybody's kind of socially shopping, which is, of course, a very different experience. And it's a different way for us to appreciate our food. Meet the people who've are growing our food or produced our food, put a face to your food. So it's just an overall, it's a very different and social experience. We do a lot of workshops and demonstrations, a lot of gardening kind of or cooking workshops where people can kind of do more hands-on learning of how to cook with a certain product, or companion planting for your garden or something like that. We also run a children's program called The Power of Produce, and it's designed for kids between ages 5 and 12. And it's really about teaching the younger generation of the importance of buying local food, understanding where their food comes from, and then giving them the opportunity to make their own food choices. So the program has sort of two components. There's a 2-bite club, which is we have a feature vegetable every week, and they get to taste it. And then there's an activity that they do. And once they do those two things, they get a $3 token that they can then go and spend in the market on a fresh fruit or vegetable of their choice. And that's really the key to it, is empowering them to make their own food choices. And it is phenomenal to see the things that kids choose, and their parents come back to us and will say, I never would have thought they would have tried that. So it's a great program that we've been doing now for the last 2 or 3 years, and we usually get just over 200 kids every year going through it.
Yeah, and what I like about the farmers market is when you go to a grocery store, you know where the dairy section is and the bread section. But when you go to a farmers market, it's kind of like a little adventure. Do you feel that it has a different vibe to it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think every market, each farmer's market itself actually has its own vibe to it. But definitely shopping at a farmer's market sometimes it requires a little bit of patience, because if you go there looking for a specific thing and that vendor isn't scheduled that day or hasn't shown up that day, then you have to be a little more flexible and maybe find something else. But those are kind of the opportunities or the times when you end up finding something that you didn't expect. So, but you do have to do a little bit of hunting.
It's fun, though.
It is,
yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah, it's not the kind of same sort of experience.
Same aisle.
Somewhere else. Yeah, exactly.
Same different city, same store. And you use volunteers, so you need help there. So how can people help you, or if they want to participate? I see some volunteers, in the farmers market. They seem to always be having fun, running the information desk and that. So what do you say to folks out there who want to maybe give some time to helping out their local farmers market?
Yeah, I think most farmers markets will have a vendor help button or a volunteer button on their website where you can sign up to help out. we have a whole variety of different areas that we look for volunteers to help with. So, you know, maybe if dealing with kids isn't your thing, but you like dealing with adults, then you could help us with our vendor happiness program versus helping us at our craft tent. And or if you like setting up tents and tables really early in the morning, that's fantastic. Or even later in the
Free
afternoon.
coffee.
Yeah, there's free
Yeah,
coffee
free
for
coffee.
them.
I know that.
Absolutely.
That's why they seem happy. Free coffee.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So, and the other thing I was going to say is like farmers market is not just the summer or spring. So give a sense of, you guys run a winter market. There's a summer market in multiple cities. Can just tell people that, you know, can they find a farmers market any time of the year?
I think the sector has grown to that point that yes, you can. You really can. You know, we run the Port Moody Farmers Market, which runs out of the Port Moody Rec Center. That runs from November until April. So we just wrapped up today was our last winter market. And then we run in the summer from May. So next week, May 5th is our opening day. And we run there until October 27th. And that's our summer market. So we run all year round that way. We do a Christmas market as well, and I think that you will find that in most areas now. Vancouver does, Burnaby does, a lot of places are seeing that, and that's demand. Like that's consumers or the public coming out and saying, you know, I'd really like to still be able to get this, and it's also helping teach people about when food is in season. So you can't come looking for, you know, peaches in December. You might find an apple still, though.
Yeah. But chocolate's always in season.
Chocolate is always
that's the first place I go. I go
Pies.
right to the chocolate and pie section.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. I know I have fun at the farmers market, and I'm sure you folks out there will as well. So if you're looking for some family fun, a chance to find about some food or where the heck it comes from, different treats, different vendors, themes, I mean, the list goes on. So the farmers market is a great place for you to kind of find out more about your community. And thank you very much for watching Tri-Cities Community Television.
Oh, now, baby, did you say you're gonna let me, honey, have my way? I'll catch me a chicken on the seat of the wing. I think I'm working, ain't doing